welcome to you all. Namaste. Hey, thank you for joining me for August's readings. And Virgo, this is yours. Now, if you have a birthday in August, a happy birthday to you all. You had a couple of words and messages come up before we get into the reading. Your sort of mantra for the month was go ahead. So it's like, yeah, full steam ahead, Virgo. Also, you got the Archangel Sandalphon, and he was talking about cycles in life. So perhaps there's some indication of a cyclical change coming for you guys with a lot of power behind it and the urge to take the steps, take the action and move forward. 3 different decks this month. We will work through the spread as we get into the shuffling and lay the cards down. There are going to be 4 from this deck. This is the Rider-Waite. And we will just shuffle for your intent here. This is for Virgo for August. This is going to be the background energy, which will cover off things, general energies, including your career zone. Okay, this is for Virgo. That looks to be about it, guys. The 7 of Cups, the 2 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. This one is going to, this is the chakra energy cards, and this is going to relate to health type scenarios. And these can be physical, emotional, and spiritual, obviously. So let's see what's coming for Virgo for August 2018. Another couple of shuffles. Virgo. Self-expression and the sacral chakra. Okay, and these ones down here, the last ones we will be using, are relating to areas of relationship, including love relationships or romantic, friendships, family, work and career type relationships, any area in our life where we associate with others and have relationships. Okay, so for Virgo. Three actually of this deck: Autumn, Daughter, and New Career. Okay, now I think the camera is fairly well in focus for this to the best degree it can. If we start with the top row of 4 at the back, we see the 7 of Cups, the 2 of Swords, Knight of Cups, and King of Pentacles. And I think you guys have done this before. You often get court cards, and it's almost as if you're a social bunch of people and have others around you. So when the court cards do turn up in a reading, it can indicate that there are other people that are either taking our attention or they're in on our decisions or actions, as well as us interacting with them one way or another. If it is not the people that are part of this picture, then those court cards become emotions of how we deal with situations or people around us. Let's start with that 7 of Cups. What that often represents is a possibility of offers or options coming your way. Now this could be again in any area, but oftentimes the cups refer to us as having a connection of the heart for some reason. So something that we're either passionate about or interested in or excited with. Now it could be career choices, it could be friendships, it could be health options, it could be finances and money. It doesn't really matter. It's what you're feeling at a heart level of excitement and connection that's kind of behind the guise of these cups. It's a card of caution. It tells you to be careful of offers coming your way. Now this could even be late July or in August. And I'm thinking late July as well, because we see this moon up here which is sort of like a new moon, but it could be referencing the eclipses as well. So July and August are months, 2 months, where we have quite intense eclipses this year, and I think many people will find them quite strong and tumultuous, and all sorts of stuff might come up, including temptations and ideas and people who may not be quite right for us. So I think your first card is a little bit cautionary and has a little bit of a warning in it. If you're being offered new jobs and they sound like fantastic or amazing, or, you know, wow, I didn't think I would get a job like that, really look into it. Be very careful about accepting dodgy ones or ones that are offering like heaps of money and it doesn't seem quite right. Also check out companies or people you might be working with, or what their offers are, or if they're true and reliable and valid. And the same would go for if you're purchasing big ticket items, or if you're thinking of uplifting a loan, or even giving money out to people. Be cautious. We come to this one here and we see the Two of Swords. The twos are often known as cards that tell us to be cautious again and balance things. Now the swords are all about thinking of the mind and thoughts and intelligence. So it's about utilizing your mind and intelligence to make a decision over something as opposed to your emotions. Now that kind of sets itself really well for this. It's telling us, I feel a little bit unsure of which decision to make, because hey, I've kind of got quite a few options and I'm not exactly sure. So they're saying, sit down, write a list out, check it out properly before you take A or B. You know, put some real deep thought into these choices, because right now, especially with these eclipses, and also because it's sort of your birthday area as well, you could find that the decisions you make and people you meet could have a very, very lasting impact on your life for a long time. So if you make the wrong choices now, it's about, this could go on for a long time with a negative repercussion. So I think it's very much about being logical and sensible, which you Virgos are so capable of doing. So don't let your emotions run away with you this month. Use your logical Virgo reasoning on it. We come to the Knight of Cups. He can often be known as a water sign person coming in with an offer of love or happiness or harmony, or, you know, someone new possibly. It can often be the instigation of a new romance, or feeling connected to someone, just like, God, I really like that person, I enjoy their company. So there is a possibility that you may meet someone new around this time who could be very special. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a co-worker, it could be a friend, it could be just someone you meet on your travels, or in an unexpected set of circumstances as well. That's most likely what the Knight of Cups comes to us as, and the Knights are often new initiations, so it does tend to be something new around you. So if it's not this particular energy of someone new coming in, this could be yourself acting in this way, like putting yourself out there, offering new friendship or new love or new support to other people. And again, it doesn't have to be romantic. This could be the charitable support of community work, or helping another person who's going through a tough time. This could be your energy or synergy of doing this as well. The King of Pentacles over here, he could be someone around you who is in your life that is currently playing a role. He could be a friend or a lover or a father or a husband or a son or a colleague or a new employer. He is often known as the entrepreneurial person because he does understand finances, and often is seen as an earth sign person, and quite often a slightly older person. So he could be there, as I say, as a new employer, or someone that you are teaming up with. This could be as a collaboration or forming a partnership of sorts. It could be business related partnership or new ideas, or collaborating with someone to get something started, to make it grow, an idea, a concept, a thought system, a business, anything along those lines. For some of you, this could be a new romance as well, or a new person coming into your life, such as in some families, you know, you might be merging families, and he might be like the new father-in-law or the stepfather or the new partner or husband or brother-in-law, something along those lines. He could also be an accountant or a lawyer, and he could be offering you positive advice at this time. If it's not that, again, as I say, it's you, which you are the coin sign yourself as well, the earth sign energy, so you just might be acting in the kind of manner that he exudes. Someone with grounded, logical sense and vision, and is holding their money in quite a steady place, or is doing something with their money that could pay dividends as the year goes on. If we come down to these two cards that we've given as health cards, you've received self-expression there, the number 32 with the little kind of sparrow type bird on it. I think he might very well be a robin of sorts, but it says vocalization, individuality, inner voice and assertiveness. And then we come to the sacral chakra. In this area, the sacral chakra is on this part of the body, kind of through here. It is our creative area in our body where we fire up and we get passion and ideas and the conception of newness and vitality and life. It is actually the part of the body where life is conceived in a woman's body. It's a very fertile, powerful seat of creation. So these cards, when they turn up, could say that there are blockages in this part of you and that you need to free these areas of your body. So this is the throat chakra area, so it's in the throat. So some of you may have issues with the throat in and around there, or the neck. It could be, you know, things like viruses or colds or coughs or tonsillitis or teeth problems. It could also have to do with the thyroid or the parathyroid, which sits in the throat as well. It could have to do with communication. There could be a blockage with communication for some of you, which could be creating stress or anxiety, because wherever we have a block, things build up, and when they build up, they backlog. It's like a kitchen sink. If you're not cleaning the sink out properly and making sure that all the tubes and pipes under the sink are clean and free flowing, it all blocks up and it comes spewing back up into the sink in a vile, putrid mess. Well, it's the same thing in our bodies. When we're blocked, nothing flows and it stops, but everything gets blocked and eventually it comes back out in a negative way. So either of these chakra points, it's all about focusing on them for the month. And that's our beautiful New Zealand kiwi bird outside singing, just as we have, just like that bird singing and vibrating that wonderful resonance of sound and freeing up the chakra area of your throat and communication. So when we can't communicate, we often find ourselves very stressed because things are blocked and we don't get free flow. It's also about communicating with yourself, and that's when it says your inner voice and having assertiveness. So by allowing that part of our bodies to be fully functioning and flowing really well, not only do you find your inner voice and you are able to get it out there in beautiful song-like energy, you are then able to give yourself some freedom, but you are also able to tell others how you feel about situations, and therefore you won't be, trod upon or put into the background or not listened to. And that gives us freedom and it relieves us from tension and anxiety. So there's a lot going on there with that blue throat chakra. Remember too, as I say, if you have teeth problems, you might need to go to the dentist, or if you have sore throats or viruses, you might need to do some intensive vitamin uptake or mineral uptake, or do some therapy around Reiki healing or any of the other spiritual healing energies as well to free that chakra point. And coming back to the sacral, it's the same thing down there. A lot of you could be exhibiting signs of tension in that area or lack of flow. And when we have lack of flow there, we stop our creativity. We also can have physical lack of flow, which can show up as such as constipation. So your bowels might be blocked, or you might have irritable bowel syndrome, or celiacs, or inflammation, or autoimmune disorders cropping up. All of these points could be actioned upon, as I said, with minerals, vitamins, the right type of foods, utilising the blue colour there and the orange colour here, massage, meditations, listening to sort of the high energy vibrational music meditations that we can also have. So those areas, when you focus on them and get them free flowing, also extend out to every other part of your body and allow much more freedom in other areas as well. So we'll come down to these last three cards. We see two greens here and a red, so we're feeling the green thing might be involved with a bit of heart energy, because that's often what the green relates to. And this is the relationship sector. Now some of you, you've got a timing here, and it says in the fall season everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. So if this is to do with relationships and you're waiting on a timing answer, it might be in your autumn, which for you guys in the northern hemisphere will be coming up in late August, September, and for us down here in the southern hemisphere that's a long way away. It's now next year, because we're just in winter. If it's to do with relationships about any perspective, some of you it could be wanting to know when you might be conceiving a pregnancy, and this could be, your question could be about a daughter. Some of you might be thinking, gosh, when am I going to hear from a certain friend again, or get back together with someone, or when am I going to feel happier about relationships and find new ones? The timing card will be very personal and individual for each of you. It could just be, when will you be feeling, more in line or more free-flowing with friendships or relationships around you. And for some of you, yes, this could be romantic quests as well. If you're seeking to find a romantic partner, this may be the timing guise for that. Some of you have a daughter. It says the answer to your question involves your daughter. For those of you who don't, it could be your inner child, which comes back to self-expression and, vocalizing that and understanding your individuality and showing some assertiveness. But for those of you where this could sit around a daughter or a daughter-in-law or a stepdaughter, there might be something on your mind around this. Now, it could be a really positive or happy sort of event or timing coming up, and again the timing could be related to this. Or for some of you, you might be thinking, gosh, when am I either going to hear from her, or you might have an unexpected daughter coming, or new daughter-in-law or stepdaughter or something like that coming into your life. It could be a really amazing change within your relationship. It could be a growing closer, or the clearing up of some sort of issue that might have been, coming as a barrier between yourself and a daughter, or daughters and family members as well. Again, these will be very personal messages, and you'll have to think into this and see which actually resonates most with you. Interestingly, down here in the relationship part, we have new career for the last card. And it said your work focus is shifting in a positive, new and successful direction. So perhaps some of you had really been hoping to just find new career or business partners, or changing in direction in that area. And it seems as though it will bring positive new relationship energies in. Some of you may meet potential new partners in a new career. And if it's not that, you may just meet great new friendships, or you may be able to move out of a negative situation by getting a new career. And again, remember, the timing might be included in this. So this autumn timeline may align to the new career, which will in turn align with relationships around jobs and careers or passions. So interestingly enough, this last line became quite convoluted with a lot of intertwined messages, and I think quite personal messages for a lot of you. So there we are, Virgos. I hope you have a really wonderful August ahead and you experience much positive self-expression. You find some passion in life with this Knight of Cups coming in, about love and passion and happiness and offers, and that you find your sacral chakra area really fired up and full of creativity and ideas and newness. So thank you for joining, everyone. Have a wonderful August ahead. Enjoy the energies of the eclipses and think upon them and let them move through you. Much love, everyone. Namaste.